Guys, welcome back to King Oles. Amanda Serrano has just beaten Danila Ramos 120 to 108 on all three judges' scorecards, winning by unanimous decision. Great solid fight in my opinion, going all 12 rounds, both women for the first ever time in women's boxing history. Women going 12 3-minute rounds. And they force it a good solid high pace as well. So many punches thrown per round. I mean, Amanda Serrano threw, I think it was just under like 1,000 punches or something. Or it might have been that actually. But yeah, Amanda Serrano dominant in my opinion. Clearly won. But both fighting at a good high pace, in my opinion. Ramos was still throwing quite a few shots out in those rounds, even though she was missing. But both women still proved that they can fight at a good, solid, high pace. Especially Serrano. Ramos took some massive left hands that Serrano was giving her throughout the fight. I think Serrano's best rounds in that fight were round 6 because she definitely had Ramos hurt in that fight. In that round, she was going after her a lot in that round. And you could tell Serrano did definitely, in my opinion, want to get Ramos out of there. Serrano also had a really good round 11, really trying to put it on her, going after her, and she had a good round 12 as well, trying to get her out of there. But Serrano, her body work in that fight was amazing, in my opinion. She went to the body extremely well, trying to break Ramos down to the body really well in that fight, and it was really, really, really good to see. From her, to be fair. She was putting in some good uppercuts up close. Serrano, she was really good with that lead hook. She was really good with that straight left hand. I would like to see her throw a few more left hooks, though. That's the one thing I like to see a bit more from Serrano. But apart from that, Serrano mixed it up really, really well with her shots, changing heights really, really well, and looked really, really good, to be fair. Ramos had showed some good heart and a good chin in that fight, but I feel like it was clear to see that Serrano's levels above 100%. Serrano showed proper levels in that fight tonight, and it was good to see from her. She was able to, try and cut the ring off quite well, try and get Ramos backed up on the ropes quite a bit. Even though at times, Ramos was moving around a lot in that fight, though, and definitely wasn't an easy target. But Serrano basically had Ramos where she wanted her that whole fight. To be fair, and Serrano she always kept Ramos thinking. She always kept that left hand. She always kept that lead hand out quite a lot, setting up the left hands well with it, and always kept Ramos thinking a lot throughout that fight. And it was a real good performance by Serrano. Great, she's got great, amazing boxing IQ. And the skill level difference was clear in that fight, 100%. But you can't deny that Ramos showed good heart, and she still was, and she was going for, and she was really going for it throughout the fight, though. But Amanda Serrano was just dominating with that jab throughout the fight, and the lead hook was really, really good from her during that whole fight, and just and the body work was really good. She had some really good lead hooks to the body, and she did have some real good left hooks to the body, but she never really threw the left hook to the head that much, though, Amanda Serrano, and I kind of did want to see that a bit more from her. But still, though, she did her thing and mixed up her shots well. She put some good combinations together well. And, it was really good to see the women go 12 3-minute rounds, and they really did show that they can fight at a good high-level pace. Which was really good to see, and that's why. And people have been saying in the past, "Oh, women can't fight at a high pace for 12 3-minute rounds," but both women proved a lot of people wrong today. They really, really did. So fair play to both women for making this happen. Fair play to Most Valuable Promotions for making it happen as well. And fair play, just fair play to everyone involved and everyone who made it happen. In my opinion, everyone deserves credit as well. And it was a really good, entertaining fight. To be fair, like some of the rounds were close, but I feel like you definitely give them to Serrano. I gave them all to Serrano, but it was a good fight in my opinion. Like Ramos was going for as much as she could and taking Serrano's best big shots that she gave her. And the thing is, Serrano was really, really accurate throughout that fight. She threw a lot, and she was accurate. And, Serrano threw a lot of power punches throughout that fight. I feel like Ramos' issue in that fight is, yes, she did throw a lot. She wasn't accurate she was nowhere near as accurate as Serrano, but her power just wasn't there. And Serrano just never respected the power of Ramos. Serrano was just consistently always coming forward, always pressuring Ramos throughout that fight, and literally gave Ramos no time to breathe in that fight at all. And, that's the thing with Ramos. Like, she just doesn't hit too hard, and that was her issue tonight. But she did land a few. She did get the jab through the tight guard of Serrano, but Serrano was moving well, around well. And Serrano she had the range of that fight managed really, really well as well. So, she was able to keep Ramos at a good distance, but when it was at close as well, Serrano was also able to put in some good work, which was good to see from her. But yeah, the body work from Serrano was brutal. 100%. That was some brutal body work that we saw in that fight from Amanda Serrano. And yeah, she deserves some really, really good credit from that performance, in my opinion. Before we do end, what is next for Amanda Serrano? I want to see Amanda Serrano fight the winner of the rematch between Cameron and Katie Taylor. That's what I want to see, in my opinion. I feel like, in my opinion, Amanda Serrano beat Katie Taylor in that first fight. Obviously, Katie Taylor did win, but in my opinion, I scored it towards Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano and Chantel Cameron will be a really interesting fight, in my opinion. It'll be a really interesting fight. I want to see that, to be fair. But obviously, Serrano and Taylor, they're in a proper good war. Like they were. But I feel like with Serrano and Cameron, I feel like it'll be a bit more technical, in my opinion. And they'd both be a bit more cautious of one another. But with Taylor and Serrano, they just full on went for it, though. And it was a good one to see. But, this one was good to see. Serrano did go for it and just completely outclass Ramos. And it was good to see. But yeah, Serrano needs to go for the winner of Cameron and Taylor in that rematch, in my opinion. Could she win? I feel like they're both 50-50 fights. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, Keels. Speak to you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.